What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Tonight I have a 2020. She's got 17,000 miles on it, and she has a little bit of a problem. She's a no crank, no start, and has no communication with any of the modules. Tonight we are going to replace the battery junction box. Come with me and figure out how to fix your power stroke. Alright, you guys, welcome back to the channel. We are, again, working with a 2020 with that many thousand miles on it, and this is what it was brought in for. You guys can check and see how lit up our instrument cluster is. We have all of the warnings on, none of the gauges are working. She's going crazy on us, but tonight we are going to fix that. I can't even hook up the scan tool, or FDRS, to this particular truck because I can't even communicate with it. I have checked the powers and grounds to the PCM, which is right there, and I have no power going to the PCM. The battery junction box for these 2020s is right here, and there is a TSB talking about this type of concern with these trucks, and if the battery box lid is left loose, non-existent, or the feet are broken. Mine was here, but I did remove it. It was not latched all the way, but we have an issue with the battery junction box. Now this is the new one. It used to be where you had to replace the whole entire harness to get the battery junction box, but now they have made it so you can service it separately. This is the first one for me. I can't say that I have had any of these come in with this particular concern. This is the first concern for this, and the first time I'm performing this TSB for 2020 Superdutys with various electrical concerns. Alright guys, this TSB came out September 1st of 2020, and it states, some 2020 F Super Duty vehicles may exhibit a condition where the engine will not turn off and or have various electrical symptoms, including a dead battery, horn stays on, and no crank, no start. This may be a result of water moisture intrusion into the BJB. The BJB is located under the hood of the vehicle. This water moisture intrusion may be related to the BJB cover not installed completely, or broken cover tabs, locking fingers allowing water moisture into the BJB. To correct this condition, follow the service procedure steps to inspect for water moisture intrusion into the BJB and replace the BJB if water moisture intrusion is found. Now, I did not have liquid water on top of my BJB. However, I did see some staining on the face where the fuses go, indicating to me that in fact water had gotten in there at one point. So they give you a little illustration of kind of what to look for, and mine wasn't as dirty as that, but you can see how there's some stains here where you can see the water was, or moisture was. I have those present. And then it just goes ahead and tells you pretty much exactly what you're going to do. Take the battery out, and remove the BJB from the vehicle. Now this one may be a little troublesome to get to just because of all of this stuff that we have going on, but you can see the stains I was talking about. You can see kind of how nasty looking it is. But for the sake of argument, I am going to remove this battery. I'm going to take special note of where all of this stuff is going, so when I put it back in, I am not going to be fighting anything. Once I get this out, I'm going to get the camera back on and I'm going to show you. It doesn't look like it's going to be too bad to do. They're only paying you 6/10 of an hour to remove that, so that is going to be about 36 minutes to tow this dead vehicle in, diagnose, and fix it. I just sometimes can't agree with the warranty time, so it is what it is. I'm not going to change it. I'm not going to get upset, and we're going to get this thing fixed right the first time and get it back on the road so this dude can make some money. All right, I've gotten the battery box out, and we got two. Oh, those aren't 8 millis. We got two, looks like 7 mil lugs. 7 millis. 7 millis. Here. Okay. And then it looks like we have a 10 mil nut right there. That is going to be power. We'll just do this one by hand and just let it flop here by one of the harnesses. Okay, don't want to lose that nut. Okay, nut's off. 7 mil lugs are disconnected. Let's get this guy up out of here. Come on. Can't get my finger up underneath. There we go. Okay. She's got it up out of here, and I got it just wrapped around that harness up out of the way. So it looks like we have, I don't know, retaining tab right here. I don't know how easy or how hard this thing's gonna pop out, but I'm gonna need 2 hands again. Let me go get the new part and see if we can figure out how this comes out. All right, I've got it up and out. There is 2 tabs, one here and one right here. Once I got it popped up, now I'm going to be fighting these big bolt connectors underneath, so I may need to loosen those up just a small smidge. I don't know exactly how those are going to pop out, but let's see what we're working with. All right, I did go and loosen these more. I stopped because I felt them get tight, and what I thought was happening was I thought I was coming out of this little retainer down in there, so that's why I stopped. But I didn't go far enough, and once these bolts were way looser, all I was able to do was wiggle, and this connector here is coming out, and that connector there has came out. This is the battery junction box out of our Superdutys. Check it out. We're finding some green, guys. Oh man, that's what I wanted to see. I'll be honest with you, I have 100% confidence in my diagnosing abilities, but I have never had this problem before, and I really didn't know if this was going to take care of it. I was hoping for the best. I still don't know, but I also didn't know that there was green under the underside. I mean, you can tell the front looks okay. You can see, you know, some staining over there, just really dirty. I can now look at those connectors. Some big boys are just sitting down in here. You know what I think I'm gonna do, just to be proactive, is I'm gonna take our awesome Motorcraft electrical grease, part number XG12 for those of you that would like some, and I'm just gonna give a smear to all of these terminals and pins. Just want to make sure that everything is going to be covered up and we're not going to have any further issues with the wiring for this truck. Just going to go on like this. We're going to smear this in with the finger. Just going to go back and just smear it all in, taking care of the excess. Like that. Kind of do the same thing for this side. Just make sure I really get it down in those terminals. Now don't go crazy and put too much, because I've seen some guys, you know, I've taken apart some connectors and it is just so filled with with goo. It's nasty. Oh, let me get a rag. Now some of you may be asking if I disconnected the battery, and I did not. I've only disconnected this battery. You can see the negatives here and the positives here. They're not touching each other. That's not near anything metal. So, I mean, you can disconnect the battery. It's totally up to you, but we are going to be installing the new battery junction box. And I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and clip that boy right down in there. And in theory, draw these connectors up into the bottom of the battery junction box. Those connectors kind of sit in like a trough. So this should go right down. Securing that connector. Same with this. Okay, that's nice and tight. Let's go ahead and put our power feed on to the box. Ooh, I just heard some stuff. Okay, go ahead and put our giant 10mm nut back on, and I will use some electrics for that, and just put this little guy down on here. I should be able to fiddle that guy in. Okay, we are nice and tight. So, let me just make sure I got nothing else disconnected. That is going to be important. I do have a ground off of this, but I have a ground on the other battery. So, if everything is right and if this is good to go, I should be able to turn my key on right now. And I should have, one, my mileage come up, and two, if not all of them, some of my warning indicators should go away. So, let's check it out. Wow, this is a first repair for me, you guys. Let's button this thing all back together, and I want to start it with you guys. Now remember, guys, please, when you're taking your fuse box cover off, make sure that these feet are engaged in those slots before you push it down. Otherwise, that side is gonna flop. If it's flopping, you ain't good. All right, everybody, we are done. Let's move the computer. Let's shut the door. And we are turning the key on. You guys remember what it looked like? Yeah, baby. She is starting. We got some codes we're gonna clear, but if anybody has any issues with their truck starting and it's a 2026-7, make sure to check out this video and the part that I just replaced. Thanks so much for watching. Tell me what you think about that in the comment section below. If anybody's ever had to take their truck to the dealer to get this fixed. Remember to like, comment, sub, share, and I'll catch you guys all next time here on the best Power Stroke channel on the net. See ya! Alright guys, we are back at the end of the video because I want to update you with something that happened with the check engine light. So as you guys saw when I went to go start the vehicle and end the video, the check engine light was on, and it was on for one particular reason: the reductant heater control circuit open. And I got to thinking, I'm like, well, why would this be like this? Did I accidentally blow a fuse? Did I not connect those connectors correctly underneath like you guys saw me? I had greased it up. I had this thing in and out like 3 times. I don't know what I did. Well, this is the final time I am taking it out, folks. And I guess it's my fault for not realizing, but we have a bit of a problem. And when you have these side by side, I mean, quickly I took this out of the box that was for this truck. This is the one I took out. Look at this. This is the one for my truck. Remember how I had 2 boxes and I was telling you there was 2 different part numbers in that TSB? The two different part numbers, one was for gasoline, one was for diesel. Look at this engineering number. The engineering number, when I cross this, it says it should be in box with the suffix A. This engineering number says it should be in the suffix box B. This is the gasoline one. When I opened up my box A, unbeknownst to me, it had a gasoline part in it. I went and got the other box that I did not use because I ordered both because it didn't say which one was which. That one in the B box has the gasoline part. Some bozo boxed mine wrong and put the gasoline in the diesel box. So unfortunately I had to inconvenience this customer. I now have the right one. Brand new A in an A box. This is the B that was in it. Here is the B that I did not use in the very, very beginning. So I was using this to compare and contrast to the original one that I took out, and that's when I was like, this thing doesn't even have a reductant heater control relay. The wiring diagram indicates that it is integral to the box. I actually couldn't believe that it started up, had no other codes, lights, warning messages on except for the check engine light because the reductant heater relay is not in this one. It's integral to this one, the A box, not the B box. Make sure to check. If you guys ever have to replace your battery junction box on your 2020 Super Duty, make sure that your GAE is in your B box and your DAE is in your A box. Quick tip from PTT. Don't waste time like I did.